Yo,
Hey.
I'm Scott,
I'm Lauren.
and we are the Silver Rolling Turd.
With Stanley. That's our dog.
I got my phone for some facts. We're gonna do the outside of the tour. This is the 2023 Airstream Basecamp 20X. The 20X package comes with solar guards, rock guards, and then a little bit bigger, beefier tires, and it comes with a 3-inch lift. That's all standard on that X package. This unit is, what was it? It is 20 foot 2 inches in length. We have 3 100-watt solar panels on the roof. Those come standard. The hitch weight is 535 pounds, that is. We have got two 20-pound propane tanks on the front. So here's your front. Got a front cover that houses the propane. I keep little stuff in here for when we tow, like to spray the ball, keep everything greased up. We keep our level on here, so whenever we park to get level, it's just a quick grab. We keep our Eno in here. I like to hang this up all the time and take naps in it. We got two 20-pound propane tanks in there. Moving on. We got a Fort Knox lock on the front there. We'll keep that on there when we're parked somewhere, just to be on the safe side. This is Stanley's little area. When we're home, all his feed, his water, all that good stuff, it's here. All of our shoe storage, Stanley's towel for wiping off his paws to come inside. Here's the bigger standard tires that come on the X model. We got 2 windows on each side right here that actually open up so you can allow a nice cross breeze to come through the camper. Here's what the back looks like. Opens up. We got a big old bug net. So there's a bug net here on the back and there's a bug net on the front door. A lot of times we'll leave both doors open and just let the air come through. Here's our little storage area under the bed. We just keep extra shoes down there. So we've got one of those Vornados plugged up under the bed that just helps circulate warm air. And this is the back side of where I keep my clothes. So I just got 3 little bins. You got a little bit of storage on the back of the door. I don't think we ever really use it, mainly because we keep this bug net like that. But you do get a little window on the inside. And it's nice to be able to look out back here. Just to see outside, and especially like when it's raining and stuff, it's nice. Close it up. This is the driver's side of the camper. This is where all your hookups are. Outdoor shower. We don't use it very often, but it is there if we need it. This is the outlet to the water heater. This is your outlet to your furnace. This is your freshwater tank fill up. So you open it with a key. It's the same key that opens both these, and you can just stick a water hose in there or whatever you got to fill it up with water. When you're using this water in your camper, you are using your water pump on the inside. Hit your water pump on, that's how you get pressure. This is our city water inlet. So this is what we hook up to, and we got water pressure, obviously, because it's coming from the road. Here is the black tank flush. So this is what you hook up after you dump your tanks. You hook your black tank hose, preferably use a separate one than your drinking water hose. You hook that up and it sprays into your black tank and helps clean it off. Moving on. This is your smart plug. Ours is a 30 amp camper, so that's what this plug is. This is your black tank. This is your gray tank. And then this is your sewage hose. So pull them, empty them, and we got a little light out here. I don't use it, but there's a weird thing on this Airstream specifically that I read about, that this light just cuts on. I don't know why. Here is the only outside storage other than that propane, the top of the propane tank. That's it. I've got about half an arm's length, and then from like my middle finger to my elbow going lengthways in there. We keep a black tank hose in there, and then we keep like the fittings for our sewage hose, and then we keep some gloves in there so when we're handling all this, we can be clean. We plan to be parked for the winter, no traveling, so we've got this set up with some of the foam boards and foil tape just to kind of insulate the underbelly of the trailer, help us use less propane, and just keep it warmer when the temps start dropping around here. It's not doesn't get super cold here, but it gets below freezing every now and then. And I think that's it for the outside.
Hello! You want to check out the inside? Welcome to our home. It's not much, but it has everything we need. So I guess we can start with our pantry part of it. This is a spike ball net, and then we have command hooks and all of our fruits and veggies. And then anything that's a little heavier we put down in this little pottery pie dish. And then if you want to see what Scott's sitting on, it's our little couch. We did have a table here. We have since taken it out. And then underneath, we have all of Stanley's items, a little fire extinguisher, all of Stanley's items, extra storage. And then we have here our lovely air fryer slash toaster oven. So we don't have an oven or a microwave, we just use that to heat up our food and cook if we're not using the grill or the stove. And then you want to tell them about our fridge?
What we did, we had the NovaCool fridge here. So the fridge was here, and we had some issues with it, and it just could not keep up with us having such hot summers here in Mississippi. So we went ahead, we pulled it, we said we'll use that space for something else. And we got this Dometic CFX3, I think it's the 75, but this thing right here is so much better. It's Bluetooth, you can set the temperatures to whatever you want, so it's actually like half and half. Like you can make this 2 fridges, you can make it both freezers, or you can make one a freezer and one a fridge. We keep it, for the most part, we keep it as 2 fridges, but you can set each side individually. Very cool. It's worked so much better. As soon as you open it, the temperature doesn't start rising in there like it did on the other one. This one holds the temp, and it's just the right size. We usually buy groceries for like usually a week at a time, sometimes 2. So it's the perfect size for us. It works great. And like Lauren said, this area that I'm standing in, it looks different than a normal base camp because there used to be a table here. Well, we pulled the table out mainly because it was so large and we weren't using it as much as probably we could have, but it was just taking up so much space, so we wanted the extra walking room and space in here.
A lot of our dinners we eat in the bed, or we have this lovely cutting board slash table that he put in here. Well, we can eat right here, or a lot of our meals, I don't know if you can see, but we eat at that little camping table outside. Basket I got at an antique store in Tennessee. I just love little baskets, but we just put our wallets and everything in there. And then this has 2 compartments, so there's 1 and then 2 down there. And then we just bought groceries, but it has just enough. This is our off-brand Berkey that we filter water with.
We went with the off-brand Berkey, one just from Amazon, because it was cheaper, and also the filters are more easily available than the Berkey. I saw that it can be kind of difficult to get those filters, so we just went with this one, and I built a little shelf for it, and it actually travels right there and everything. Doesn't move, and it serves its purpose well. We get good filtered water from it.
And then you can show them what's underneath the water. That's our little map of all of the places that we've been in the United States as a couple. We've been a lot of different places. Up here are our little orange baskets. I picked out the orange basket because of this little orange bar. I wanted it to kind of blend in well. But up here is where we keep random things, like this is his toiletry basket, and then a random little waffle maker that we don't really use, but we didn't have a place for it, so we just put it up there. And then on the other side, we have our Garmin GPS in case we ever lose track of our camper, and then just random medicines and vitamins and things like that. And then our favorite part of the base camp are these massive windows. And then more baskets up here. We did have the microwave up here, but again, we don't have a microwave anymore. We wanted extra storage, so these little baskets, they were originally in my closet, but they didn't work out. But you can actually push them back and you have even more room. A water boiler, and then coffee, and of course, you know, gotta shout out Clockwork Coffee again. We love them. And then down here we have electron or junk basket. So if you need a battery and we're in town, you just go to this basket. I keep all my cooking utensils right there. And then this is our massive dehumidifier. You probably want to talk about that.
What do you want me to say about our dehumidifier?
You love talking about that.
This is our dehumidifier.
Last time you said something about it being big, massive for this space.
It is big. Yeah. We had a little one when we first moved in. Y'all, it is humid in Mississippi. And it was moist in this camper. So we went to Walmart, and we got this bad boy right here, hooked it up, and it has made this place feel like just a home should feel. So the air is nice in here, and you don't feel sticky, because that's how we felt when we first moved in.
And all the cabinets were wet.
Yes, the cabinets were damp before, until we put that in there.
I have these little felt trays that are good for organization, and then these little plastic ones back there, and it just has everything we need. And again, the same thing, plastic, all my spices and whatnot. And you can just turn it and shove it all the way back if you wanted to. Plenty of room. And then this is our electrical panel.
Another Vornado down there.
And then you can just, oh wait, I gotta tell you about what's underneath it. I'm sorry. So we have Walmart bags that we use for kind of our lunch boxes and whatnot. And then we have a pan. This is how it travels whenever we're going on trips. It's just a little camping pan that was in my grandparents' camping supplies growing up. And then keys and Germex all over there. Take a moment for my baskets that are still up. Like on my little basket wall. And then here is my kitchen. This is our stove. It's propane, so it took some getting used to, but now I can kind of cook anything I want on there, which is, it's been fun. And I do like that it heats up very fast. And then again, our big windows. And then up here are oven mitts, towels, things like that. Our napkin holder made out of cliffhangers. No.
Carabiners.
Carabiners. The Viva paper towels, because they stick really well. And then in the center we have a electronic
Power tower.
And then my favorite part is the sink. I love the circle sink. And then he added this faucet, because the original faucet was like super short and didn't extend out, and you couldn't even wash dishes without it spraying all over the place. And then up here is just pots and pans, and then moving down here, so at the very bottom it's all of our coffee items. It's pretty short just because of what's back there, but it does enough. And then in here it's like an arm's length back. We just put all of our containers and things in there. And then up here is where we keep bowls, pottery, things like that. And then our silverware, we just put it in one of these felt trays. It did come with a wooden tray for organization. However, again, with the condensation, it didn't mold, but I didn't want it to mold. And then it comes with a spice rack. None of my spices really fit very well, so I have them all in the pantry, and I like having all those spices together, but you do have this in case you do want to use it. And then under here is additional storage. These little cloth baskets, sponges, things like that, and then trash bags, all the cleaning supplies, little mini vacuum cleaner. Just enough room. Now we're moving on into the toiletry section. So this is all of my makeup. And well, I was gonna say real quick, a long time ago we started using bronzers. So I use this for everything. I use it to wash Stanley. I use it to wash dishes. Kind of use it shampoo, everything. So there's different like ways to dilute it, and then I've just kept these containers from Mrs. Meyer's, and I have diluted it, and I've used that for a long time. I don't even know, like several years. Miscellaneous toiletries, and then up here I keep hair dryer, straightener, things like that, and hair supplies in this little one. So I just set it on top. And for the most part, this all can travel up here on travel day unless it was really heavy. They're not really heavy right now. If they were heavy, we would just put it on the bed. And then again, a moment for my basket wall. And then, you want to tell them about the bed?
This is our bed. When you first get the Basecamp, you can make this, and there's so many different configurations you can make this bed into. I just happened to run across one of the Facebook groups and how they had their bed lined up, and I like this one a lot. At first we had it where it was all the way across, so it made it to like it was a king bed. But then we took this panel out, and there's a little table here to be able to make the bed, you know, the king size. But we took that out. It gives us more walkway, it opens up the space more. Lauren and I are still able to sleep next to each other. Our feet are just pointed different directions. But yeah, it works good because now Stanley, since our long road trip, he's slept inside at night. So he just has a spot and he has his bed inside. Before it was just too tight for him to be inside when the bed was made up the other way. So now this has helped out a lot. We put a little memory foam mattress on the top of it, and it sleeps nice. Both sides of these under the bed are storage. Well, this side is Lauren's side, and that's actually storage. I keep some of my clothes down there, and then when we travel, we have some extra stuff down there, like extra book bags, disc golf stuff. I'm trying to think of what it. Pickleball stuff.
That's what I meant to say.
So just some extra stuff we keep down there. That's not hard to get to. And then this side of the bed it's got our furnace, it's got our water pump, and it's got our water heater. So it's all under this panel down here. It's not hard to get to. All we have to do is fold our memory foam mattress over and then slide out this cushion, and then there's just a few bolts you take out and you can be working on whatever you need to. I guess we'll move over to this side. This is our iPad mount, so we don't have a TV in here. This is called a sea-sucker mount, so you just wet it and then stick it to it, and then we can watch the iPad in here. This is all of our monitors. So you can see on the wall, we put in a new thermostat. Here's your sea level monitor, monitors your battery, all your tanks, and then you cut your water pump on. This one's not working. This one's usually a temperature gauge and humidity gauge. This is our Victron solar input, so we can see how many watts of solar and whatever we're bringing in. Smoke alarm, and then a clock up top. Lauren and I both have our own little spaces for like stationery, Kindles, books, planners, pens, just all that random stuff, but we just keep it tucked over here in the corner. And then here's some more of kind of both of our cold gear, jackets, and then all of our hats we keep up here in a basket.
Now I'm going to show you my closet. So I have these three. So the first part is just where I keep jackets. This is more jackets, and then I have these little organization bags from Walmart. Just they were in the flying section, so I just grabbed some to fold all my clothes in. And again, it's really deep.
What about that shelf there?
Oh yeah, so this shelf wasn't originally here. It originally just was open, but Scott made me a shelf to add more storage for my closet, because there was a lot of just either unusable space, or I just had to stack it really high, and you would have to pull everything out to get to things. And then again, I leave them slightly open just because of our experience with so much condensation on these plastic doors. Okay, down here, this is the over the toilet basket that you've seen kind of throughout. Just another one of these for socks and miscellaneous pieces of clothing. And then down here is just two baskets. I've organized these so many times, and I think this is the best I've done so far, that I have just them all nice and folded up. And then down here, I learned that the cubes that I have stack really well in this particular one. It's not a very deep closet, so they all just kind of sit nicely on top of each other. But again, I leave them kind of open to help with airflow, to keep them from getting mildew. And then I just shut it gently.
I will say we did forget to mention this right there, that extra part of the counter is we made that also as like it's about a foot long counter extension, so that just helps us keep those toiletries supplies there and out of the way. So that was another little add-on we did to make our space accommodate us better.
And then we didn't talk about, we have air conditioning, and then whenever we weren't able to use this, we can open the windows. So if it's going to be a cold night, sometimes we'll either leave that off or put the fan on by itself and then leave those open. I have one really big fan here, and it helps keep cooking smells and smoke and all that from going throughout the whole room, but also it helps keep everything very cold, or cool rather, keep things very cool. And then we have our bathroom. So we have the wet bath, two mirrors, so it has one on one side, one on the other, in case we both need to get ready at the same time. And then inside we have several hooks. Comes with a clothesline that you can unscrew and it'll drag all the way across, which is nice. I've used it a few times. And then we have a removable shower head, our lovely squeegee. Ours actually comes with a window, so if you're not taking a shower and want to look outside while you're doing your business, you totally can. We use wipes, and we don't flush it. We put it in a little mini trash can behind me, so it keeps down on the poop mountain that can form in the black tank. And that's our whole shower, tour, whole bathroom tour. Hope you enjoyed our home tour.
Yep.